This morning, a 72-year-old woman passed away completely unexpectedly. Not from a terminal illness, not because of old age, but because of a small mistake one she had repeated every morning for years without ever realizing it. Something so ordinary. Millions of people over 70 are doing it right now. The truth is, as we age, our bodies become much more fragile. Tiny habits that seemed harmless in our 30s or 40s can suddenly become the start of something serious. And the saddest part, these unconscious choices, if left unchecked, can quietly build up day after day and slowly push you closer to a fall, a stroke, heart failure, or even memory loss. In today's video, we're going to look at 4 common morning mistakes, habits you might be doing without even thinking, but they could be silently affecting your brain, your heart, your blood pressure, and your balance. And what's even more alarming, most older adults don't realize the danger until it's too late. I get it. Growing older isn't easy. Every morning your legs feel stiff, your mind feels foggy, your heart beats slower than usual, and you tell yourself it's probably just normal. Everyone feels this way at this age. But here's the truth. Not every strange feeling is just aging. Some of them are silent warning signs. Warnings that if you don't notice and adjust soon, these small things might lead to a serious fall, a sudden stroke, or the slow loss of memory. But here's the good news. Once you know what to look for, making a change is easier than you think. And by cutting out these morning mistakes, you can create a huge difference. Between a strong, energized morning and one that ends in the ER because of something you didn't even realize was a problem. Stay with me until the end of the video, because the last mistake is something almost no one talks about, but it's extremely common in older adults. And the consequences can include dizziness, sudden falls, or even severe heart complications. You don't want to miss that. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important video like this one. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments so I know you're here and paying attention. Or if the topic doesn't feel relevant to you, type 2 so I can improve and serve you better in future videos. Number 1, getting out of bed too quickly. It might seem like the smallest thing in the world, but for people over 70, it could be one of the most dangerous habits of the morning. A lot of folks do this. The alarm goes off and they jump straight out of bed. But that sudden movement can cause your blood pressure to drop fast, leading to dizziness or lightheadedness, loss of balance, and in some cases, a dangerous fall right next to the bed. Here's why. After a full night of lying, still your blood tends to pool in the lower part of your body. So when you sit or stand up too quickly, your heart might not pump blood to your brain fast enough. That leads to something called orthostatic hypotension, a fancy name for a common condition in older adults that often goes unnoticed. Think back for a second. Have you ever sat up in the morning and suddenly felt the room spinning? That's not just being tired. It's your body sending you a message, I'm not ready for sudden movement yet. Here's a real story. Mr. Peter, 74 years old. Every morning he used to jump out of bed the moment he woke up. Until one day, he put his feet on the floor, the room went black, his head was spinning, and he fell straight backward. Luckily, he landed back on the bed, no injuries. But that moment made him realize even a small habit can lead to a big consequence. 5. Simple but powerful steps to stay safe. When you first wake up, don't rush to sit up or stand. Just take 60 seconds to gently wake your body up. Take a few deep breaths to get oxygen flowing to your brain. 2. Wiggle your fingers and toes a little. 3. Roll onto your side and slowly push yourself up. 4. Place your feet on the floor and gently rotate your ankles. 5. Stretch your arms, shoulders, and neck before standing. Just a few extra seconds could be the difference between a safe morning and a trip to the ER with a fractured hip. And as you probably know, falls in older adults are rarely just bruises. They often lead to surgery, hospitalization, or even permanent loss of mobility. So please, if you're still jumping out of bed every morning without thinking, it's time to stop and start taking care of your body from the very first second of the day. Number 2, drinking coffee on an empty stomach. For many people, the morning doesn't truly begin until there's a hot cup of coffee in their hand. It's a ritual that's been around for decades. Wake up, brew a cup, take a sip, and finally feel awake enough to start the day. But here's the thing. There's a hidden problem with that morning cup. If you're drinking it on an empty stomach, after 70, your body doesn't regulate hormones or digestion the way it used to. And in the morning, right after waking up, your stomach is still empty. Your blood sugar is low, and your digestive system is still half asleep. At the same time, your body's natural stress hormone cortisol is at its highest level of the day. So when you add caffeine into the mix before eating anything, cortisol spikes even higher. Stomach acid surges, and your nervous system gets hit with a sudden jolt. The result you might feel: stomach pain or burning in your upper abdomen, nausea, shakiness, anxiety, restlessness, or a racing heartbeat. Have you ever had coffee first thing in the morning and suddenly felt your heart pounding, your stomach churning, or an odd jittery feeling? That's not you waking up. That's your body saying, "Hey, I wasn't ready for this." The story of Mr. John, 75 years old. For years, he started every single morning with a black coffee. But more and more often, he noticed acid reflux, a burning throat, and nausea that lingered until noon. At first, he blamed it on aging or spicy food. But after a digestive checkup, his doctor pointed out the real cause: coffee on an empty stomach. Since then, he made one small change. He started having a light snack, like a banana or a few almonds before his morning coffee. And within just a few weeks, the discomfort almost completely disappeared. Simple fix, big results. You don't need to give up coffee. Just change the order in which you enjoy it. Before your first sip, try eating something small. A slice of toast, a ripe banana, a couple of plain crackers, or a few healthy nuts like walnuts or almonds. That's all it takes to neutralize stomach acid, stabilize your blood sugar, reduce that jittery, anxious feeling, and help you feel awake in a smoother, steadier way. So if you're someone who reaches for your coffee cup the second you open your eyes, pause for a moment and ask yourself, has my body had something to support this coffee? Yet it's a tiny change, but it can help you start your morning feeling safe, calm, and full of lasting energy. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, drop a number 2 in the comments so I know you're still with me. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, now's a good time. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support is what keeps us going and helps us keep sharing knowledge and inspiration every single day. Now let's keep going. Number 3, ignoring morning stiffness and moving too quickly. One of the most common yet most dangerous mistakes after age 70 is brushing off that morning stiffness like it's no big deal. So many older adults wake up feeling tight in the lower back, a little pain in the knees, or a stiff neck and shoulders, and they say to themselves, "Hey, it's just part of getting old." Then they get right out of bed and walk straight to the bathroom, not realizing their body isn't ready to move yet. And the result? A step that throws off your balance, a small slip on the damp bathroom floor, or worse, a fall that breaks your hip and lands you in the hospital for months. Why is this so dangerous? Because while you're sleeping, your circulation slows down. Your muscles and joints aren't moving for hours, and after 70, your joints produce far less synovial fluid, the stuff that keeps them lubricated. That means in the morning, your joints are like an engine that hasn't been warmed up, dry, stiff, and fragile. And when you force them to move too fast, they're much more likely to get injured. Think back, have you ever felt stiff getting out of bed, but it went away after a few minutes? You probably didn't think much of it. But if that stiffness happens every morning and you keep ignoring it, you're putting yourself at real risk of chronic pain, limited mobility, or serious injury. The story of Mr. Mark, 78 years old. He was sharp, healthy, and loved his morning walks. But every day he woke up with stiff joints and kept telling himself, "It'll pass. Just push through it." Until one morning he stood up too fast, got dizzy, and one quick stumble in the bathroom sent him crashing to the floor. Broken hip. It took nearly 3 months to recover, relearn how to walk, and more importantly, he lost the confidence he once had every morning. The good news: simple steps can make a big difference. You've got to treat your body like it's waking up to a slow, gentle song. Don't rush it. Instead, try this 2 to 3 minute morning routine before you even get out of bed. 1. Gently move your fingers, rotate your wrists and ankles. 2. Pull one knee toward your chest, then the other, stretch out your legs. 3. While still lying down or sitting, roll your shoulders and raise your arms overhead. 4. Once seated, take a few deep breaths, roll your neck and loosen up your shoulders. 5. Before standing, hold onto something sturdy if needed and rise slowly and steadily. Just 2 or 3 extra minutes each morning can help your body adjust, reduce stiffness, improve flexibility, and prevent life-changing accidents before they even happen. Because sometimes one slow step is all it takes to protect your safety, your confidence, and your independence. Number 4, not drinking water first thing in the morning. It might seem like a small thing, but skipping water right after you wake up can have a big impact on your health. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body naturally loses water through your breath, through your skin, through sweat, and you wake up in a mild state of dehydration without even realizing it. For older adults, this matters even more, because when your body is low on fluids, your blood becomes thicker, circulation slows down, your heart has to work harder to pump blood, and your risk of high blood pressure, stroke, or heart attack goes up significantly. Ever wake up with a dry throat, stiff joints, fatigue, or a foggy head? That's not just poor sleep. It could be your body saying, "I'm thirsty" on the inside. And if your first drink of the day is coffee instead of water, you're not rehydrating. You're actually losing more fluid. Mr. James Story, age 76. For decades, he started every morning with a cup of black coffee. But lately, he'd been feeling lightheaded, getting headaches and blurry vision in the morning. He thought it was just aging. But after a checkup, his doctor gave him a simple piece of advice. Drink a glass of warm water before your coffee. He gave it a try, and within 2 weeks, he noticed clearer thinking, fewer headaches, and more steady energy that lasted all morning. Why is water so important? Right after you wake up, that first glass of water helps thin the blood, easing the strain on your heart, improve circulation and stabilize blood pressure, boost digestion and kickstart your metabolism, and most importantly, wake your brain up within minutes. A few easy tips to build this habit. Keep a glass of water next to your bed so it's the first thing you reach for. If you don't like cold water, drink it warm and try adding a slice of lemon for flavor. And most importantly, don't wait until you feel thirsty, because by the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Let water, not coffee, be the first gift you give your body each morning. Just one small glass can set you up for a day full of energy and clarity. You see, you don't need to make big dramatic changes or try to fix the world overnight. All it takes is changing the way you start your morning. A gentle, intentional beginning can be the difference between a strong, healthy life and a sudden health scare that could have been prevented. A few quiet minutes, a warm glass of water, a light stretch. It might seem simple, but those little things are what protect you for the decades still ahead. Getting older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means you've started living with more wisdom. You've learned how to listen to your body, to appreciate every movement, every heartbeat, every breath, as the precious gifts they truly are, no longer taken for granted. Remember this: you don't need to move faster. Just move more gently, more mindfully, and care for yourself more intentionally every single morning. Because this isn't just the start of a new day, it could be the beginning of a new chapter, one of health, freedom, and deep peace. If you're still watching, thank you. That means you've taken a moment to truly listen to your body. And that tells me something important. You genuinely care about your health, your safety, and your quality of life. Drop a comment below with a number from 1 to 4. Let me know which of these mistakes made you stop and think the most, or share one small change you'll start tomorrow morning. Even if it's just a glass of water, a deep breath, or a simple wrist stretch. And if you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with someone you care about. Because sometimes one gentle reminder is all it takes to help someone avoid a life-changing accident. And once in a while, a tiny change can end up saving an entire life. See you in the next video. And until then, may every morning greet you with safety, stillness, and strength. Because a healthy life begins the moment you open your eyes.